the text.
The
Okay?
text.
So let's begin. Let's take a look at sentence number 1. Emma?
12 engineers participated. May I?
Yes, in
And produced the Era Mobile 30.
producing the
The Era Mobile 30.
Producing the
Era
Mobile 3.0. Is this the correct answer?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You can say the project.
What did you say, Mary?
We can say 12 engineers participate in the project. Aeromobile.
In the Aeromobile project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But don't just say the project. That's too general. Okay, try to be as specific as you can. Right?
Make the project.
So 12 engineers participated in producing the Aeromobile or participated in working on the Aeromobile 3.0. This is the perfect answer. It's correct, it's short and to the point, right? And notice how Nema used gerund here.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Okay, we participate in plus verb plus plus verb plus ing. Okay.
So, but we have 10.
That's right.
Still, yes. This is the whole expression that involves the ing form. To participate in doing something. To participate in doing something. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, let's go to number 2.
Okay.
Is Lubaba here?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Finally.
finally.
Thank you for your time. Number 2. It is easy for Aeromobile 3.0 to be parked because it's parked like a car.
Because it is parked like a car.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this answer?
Honestly, I don't think
it has wings that fold.
Okay, it seems that a couple of you have different answers. Umayma, how did you answer this one?
It has wings that fold.
Nema, how did you answer it? Nema?
Because it uses a diesel engine and it has a wings that fold.
The diesel engine has nothing to do with parking. Right? Now, if you say it is parked like a car, I can see the answer here. But
why you parked like a car?
It's not the reason.
Yes, so in this situation, it helps to give more information and more details. Now, Umayma said, well, this car can fly, and it can also drive, and you can park it. Why or how? Because the wings on it can fold. Okay, so these are folding wings. Now, what Lubaba said is all right. However, I would prefer a more detailed answer. Okay. Maybe can you repeat what you said?
Because it has wings that fold.
It has wings that can fold.
The sentence is from the text, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wings that can fold, right? And if you say that it has wings that can fold, it gives the possibility. Here we're using the modal auxiliary can, which gives the idea of ability to do something or possible. Okay, the wings can fold, and once they fold, it becomes like your regular car, and you can park it that way. Okay. A quick screenshot before we continue.
Done.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Okay, so let's move on to the next exercise. Okay, we are still in the comprehension section. Now, these exercises are always there, or this type of exercises. Every single national exam has those, right? So, exercise E. What do the underlined words in the text refer to? We have a couple of underlined words in the text. We have them here in bold letters and underlined, and we have the location of those words, paragraph 1 and paragraph 4, which shows the importance of numbering our paragraphs. So even if your paragraphs are not numbered, you can take your pencil and number them on your exam piece of paper, right? So the first word is this invention, and this is paragraph number 1. Before we start looking for an equivalent word that means the same thing as this invention. Now,
A noun.
yes, we have to understand that this is a noun and it has a demonstrative pronoun before it. This invention, it's a singular noun. Okay. Now, what is invention?
It's an achievement.
Creation.
Creation. Yes, creation is closer. In which unit did we learn about inventions?
Science
I'm sorry?
and
Advances in science and technology, unit number
6, I guess.
6? Okay.
7.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't remember.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So invention means, you know, creation, something, a created object. Okay. So this is paragraph number 1. This is our word right here. This invention of the Slovakian company Armova started to be on sale in 2017. So we have to pay attention to whatever comes after the word and whatever comes before the word. Okay? And most of the time, there are some instances in which the word refers to something that comes after, but most of the time, the word refers to something that comes before. Right? So, what do you think? It can transform in seconds. So it and this invention, same thing. So what is it? What does it refer to? What does this invention refer to?
It's Aeromobile 30.
Yes, very clearly. Okay.
Yeah.
So once I find my answer, I can highlight it, okay, in order not to forget it, and work in an organized way. I go down to my answer sheet. Okay, page 3. Come over here and I write my answer. Aeromobile 3.0. Okay.
Yeah.
So far so good?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Let's go to the second one. It, paragraph 4. It is a subject pronoun. Okay. And we use it for animals and objects. It's not for humans. So once you do this, that's why it's important to know what kind of word you're dealing with, because you can eliminate the other words. Okay, so we know that we're talking about something that is an object, maybe an animal, concept, not human though, right? This is it. Okay. It marked the introduction of the latest prototype, Aeromobile 3.0, at the International Forum in Brussels. Okay. Sentence before says the year 2016 was a great success for Aeromobile. So, what does it refer to?
The year 2016.
The year 2016.
Exactly, the year 2016.
2016.
Yes. The year, if you take this and you put it here, to replace it, you would have the year 2016 marked the introduction of the latest prototype mobile Aeromobile 3.0, etc. Right?
Right.
Very nice. Do you have any other answers? Did anybody answer with anything else? No?
No.
Okay. Let's go back. Exercise. All right. The year. The year 2016. Now, if I do this, if I write just 2016, would that be correct?
Yeah.
Yes. If I write this, the year.
No.
No, incomplete.
No.
Okay.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. It doesn't show which year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's wait for the screenshot until we complete the next exercise. F.
Okay.
Find in the text words or phrases that mean almost the same as. Now we're looking for synonyms here.
Yeah.
When you're talking about synonyms, you're talking about a concept that we call parallelism, meaning X must equal Y, right? We
Yeah.
call this parallelism. In other words, mixture is, what kind of word is this? What category?
Noun.
It is
No.
Is it a singular or plural noun?
Singular.
Well,
Singular.
if this is a singular noun,
No, it's uncountable. Uncountable.
no, it's countable. It can be counted.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is.
Anyway,
it is,
so
it is.
don't worry about countable or not. Worry about
Yeah,
singular or plural. If you have an
countable.
S, it's plural. No S,
Yeah,
singular. Simple as that. So,
Okay.
mixture here is a singular noun, which means in paragraph number 1, we need to look for a word that is also a noun, first of all, and that is
Singular noun.
singular.
Has the same mean. Has same meaning.
Of course, that's paramount, right? So, which word in paragraph 1 means mixture?
May I?
Yes, yes, Umayma.
It's the combination.
Combination. Nema, do you agree?
Yeah.
Nada and the others?
Totally.
Okay. Combination. Mixture and combination. Yes. How is combination used in paragraph 1? Combination of what?
Combination of.
It's a combination of plan and a car design to drive on the road and fly through.
Yes. So combination is used to explain the idea that this car can fly and drive. So it is a combination of plane or airplane and a car at the same time, right? Now,
Right.
double check before you move on to the next one. Make sure that you have a singular noun and that this term parallel to the term that you have in the paragraph. And make sure, of course, that you're looking at the right paragraph, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, number 2.
More.
May I?
Okay, I don't know what happened with the correction of the previous one. So let's just write the correction of the previous one more time real quick, please. So this invention, we said it refers to
Aeromobile 3.0.
and it refers to the year
2016.
the year 2016 or just 20
2016.
mixture
Combination.
born paragraph 2.
May I?
Verb.
Let's go to Nada for born.
Brought to life.
Brought to life. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Born
they
is a
say
verb.
words or phrases. Yeah.
Born is a
In the
verb.
same meaning too.
Brought to life. Brought
Yeah.
is a verb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Born is the past participle. Brought is the past participle. Born means to be brought to life. So it's correct. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Accomplish.
May I?
Paragraph
Yeah.
6. Nema.
Achieve.
Achieve. Accomplish. Verb. Achieve. Verb.
Achieve.
Same meaning.
Too.
Okay. Wonderful. Let's take a screenshot of this part, please. Post
Okay.
it to the group. Then we'll do
Already. Yeah.
okay, appreciate that.
Okay.
We'll do a couple of exercises in the language section, and then we call it a day, right? So in language, of course, in comprehension, you have 15 points. In language also, you have 15 points, okay? Now, you should get 10 out of 15 easily in this section, okay? It's not difficult at all, right? And it has a combination of or a mixture of exercises that have to do with, you know, communication, grammar, and vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
So, let's begin with the first exercise here, filling the gaps with the appropriate words. What kind of exercise is this? Grammar, vocabulary, or communication?
Vocabulary.
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 Okay.
Vocabulary.
Let's take a look at the list of words that we have here first. Umaima, can you read the list of words that we have?
Okay. Total, foreign, visual, moral, corporal.
Mhm. Let's begin with sentence number 1, Nada.
My grandmother used to tell us stories that teach moral lessons.
How did you come up with the answer? Explain to us the process.
I just write the meaning.
You go by the
Or
meaning.
just, may I use each word and see who is more close, like more.
That's a very good
more
strategy.
good
That's,
in the,
yes.
yeah.
So you eliminate
Beginning.
the words that you don't need.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a very good strategy, and you know you should think about using it, right? So my grandmother
Yeah.
used to tell stories that teach total lessons.
It's not good at all.
Lessons
It doesn't
make sense.
match.
Foreign lessons,
No.
No.
maybe foreign language lessons. So let me keep this. I'll come back to it. Visual lessons.
Visual.
Visual lessons. Well, my
Maybe.
grandmother teaching visual lessons.
Maybe.
Well, she's telling us stories, so she's not showing us anything. Probably
Yeah.
not. Moral
Moral.
lessons, stories. Each story has.
A moral value.
Remember the very first
Yeah.
lesson we did together this year?
Yeah.
The totem pole.
Yes.
Yeah.
When that
Yeah.
Totem pole.
totem pole.
Yeah.
That story, if you
Yeah.
should
The
remember,
bumblebee.
exactly. That story
Yeah.
had a moral.
Bumblebee.
It had a moral to it. It was a moral story
Yeah.
because it was trying
Doctor,
to
your
teach us right.
fingers.
Okay. So
Yeah.
this is a very strong candidate that we have here. Moral, right? Corporal
Yeah.
lessons, this makes 0 sense. So we have between foreign and moral lessons, which one seems
Moral.
the right answer?
Moral.
Moral, and this
So-
was exactly.
So what does it mean, corporal?
Corporal has to do with economics. Corporal, big company, and it has to do with money and economics.
Okay.
Corporal. Financial.
Ah.
Okay, let me
Thank you.
just write the answer down. Moral. Once you write your answer, what do you need to do next?
Read again the.
You need
the
to
sentence.
cross it from the list.
Oh.
Okay, so that's how. Now these things may look a little, you know, we take them for granted, but these are very important techniques and strategies to do. Once you cross it from the list,
You know,
it's
it's
eliminated,
omitted.
and your mind automatically understands that it doesn't have to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices. Now the choices are reduced to 4. Okay,
Yeah.
so you feel
See.
more relaxed and more likely to find the correct answer, right? So it's very important to organize our work. This is what this exam is all about. It's all about organizing your work. Of course, the lessons, you have to know your lessons and revise them for sure, but you have to organize your work and try to finish in the given time. So time management and organized work. Let's go to number 2.
Okay.
It's Nema. Nema.
May I?
Mhm.
The government encourages investment to create job opportunities.
The government
May I give
encourages
the answer?
total investments.
No.
Doesn't make sense. What is total investment? No.
Investment.
Foreign investments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
Makes sense.
companies coming from outside to invest in the country.
Outside.
It makes a lot of sense. Visual
Yeah.
investments.
No. No.
Corporal investments.
Maybe, yeah. Corporal.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But-
Some.
Listen to this. The government encourages investments to create job opportunities.
So it's foreign because to
Foreign.
create job opportunities.
Foreign is more likely to be the answer for the simple reason that even if you think about this in reality, in Morocco, most job opportunities in the last 10 years have been created by foreign companies. especially
Yeah.
telemarketing companies and communication companies, call centers and stuff like that, right? So yes, it makes sense. Foreign companies. Plus, corporal is too general. You say corporal companies. Well, you know, what do you mean by corporal investments in corporal companies? It doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Is this clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screenshot, please.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to the next exercise. Put the verbs in brackets in correct tense. What kind of exercise is this?
Grammar.
Grammar exercise. Yes. What lesson?
Past perfect, past simple.
No.
Future perfect.
No, the
Nope.
first one is future
Nope.
Future simple.
application.
Nope.
Grammar. It's grammar.
Grammar is the correct answer.
We
In
said
which
that.
tense? All tenses that we studied. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't expect them to tell you, well, change this or conjugate this verb into the future simple. It's not gonna happen. Okay. You will have an exercise like this with an open question or instructions like this in the correct tense, and it's your job to find what the correct tense is. Right?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
most of the time we have temporal markers, meaning in the sentence we will have something, some phrase, some word that tells us information about time.
Yeah.
Those time markers, time expressions are very, very important, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to sentence number 1.
May I?
Yes,
May I?
Lubeba, go ahead.
By this time next year, Morocco, blah blah, its second Serbian satellite
Yes. The verb here is
launch.
not lunch.
Launch.
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 Okay.
To
Launch.
launch is to give the
Set free.
for a rocket to set a rocket or a satellite on its course. Okay, to let it go.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Should
by
I
this time
answer?
next year, Morocco launched its second surveillance satellite. Interesting, because I don't know whether this sentence is true or not, but surveillance satellite, it doesn't really sound that way. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not talk about politics. So, by this time next year, Morocco launched. How do you decide which tense to use here?
By this time next year.
So you have a time marker, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This is my time marker. When we have this type of time markers or time expressions, what happens to the verb? What's the tense that we use normally?
Future
it's
perfect.
in the future perfect.
Future perfect. So that's correct. Who can give me the rule for the future perfect?
Will plus have plus past participle of the verb.
It's right here. So you're doing this in your draft. On your draft piece of paper, this is what you're doing. This is the work that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Will plus have plus verb
The past participle.
in the past participle. So you're just trying to write down the rule, okay?
Yeah.
So you can refer back to it and make sure that your answers are correct. And of course, we said that this is the future perfect. You don't have to write everything, right? You don't have time for this. So let's conjugate launch and the future perfect. Umaima, can you do that?
Yeah, of course.
Go
By
ahead.
this time next year, Morocco will have launched surveillance satellite.
We'll have what?
Launched.
There you go. Launched second surveillance satellite, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Let's move on to number 2. You visit the Louvre Museum.
Sir.
Yes.
I don't know why we used future perfect, not future simple.
Who can answer this? Who can comment on what Lubeba said?
May
That's a good question. Why not the future
yeah,
simple?
but teacher, when we have like in exactly time, we're gonna finish something before that time. For example, we have in here by this time next year. So we have in a specific time, we're gonna finish something before that time. So we use the future perfect.
It's very confusing, Emma.
What?
Your explanation is very confusing.
I see.
I'm just joking. But yeah, you're right. You're right. The thing is, if we want to use the future simple here, what do we need? We need to modify the time expression, right? What is the time expression here for the future simple?
In the future.
Or
Next year.
next year.
Next-
If you have
Next
next year, future simple. Next year, Morocco will launch. Next year, Morocco is going to launch, right? But here you have by this time next year. And I still remember specifically that we said, when we were doing this lesson, we said that when you have this form, by plus future time expression, this means that you are bound to use the future perfect.
Future perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Remember this?
Yeah. Also
Yeah.
before, I think before.
So that's what makes the difference, Lubeba, this one.
Yeah.
By. So if I tell you on Monday, I will go to the swimming pool.
By Monday.
On Monday.
But
Future
if you,
simple.
it's a
Future
future
simple.
simple.
But if I
But if
tell
you
you
said
by Monday or by next Monday, by next week, then I
future
have to
perfect.
use the future perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So please
Yeah,
be
clear.
careful with these constructs and time expressions. So you visit the Louvre Museum when you were in Paris last summer? What do we have here in terms of time?
Simple
It's a
past.
question.
Simple
Last
past.
summer.
It's a
Last
question.
summer.
Yeah, last summer.
It's a good point. Who said it's a question?
Yeah.
That's a very good point. It is a question, which means that some modification will happen here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Okay, so that's very important to point out. What else?
Last summer.
Last summer. There we
Last summer.
go. This is our time expression, right? Now,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
this type of time expression, what is the time? What is the tense that we
Simple
need to
past.
use?
It's
Simple
the simple
past.
past.
Simple past.
Past
So,
simple.
simple past. Let's go to the draft paper, piece of paper, and write, just the rules. Well, when you have the past simple, what do you do?
Just
The
conjugate.
verb plus ed.
Plus
But we
ed.
have if it's a regular verb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a regular verb, it changes, and we don't need to do that, just verb change also, right?
Yeah.
So this is, fortunately, this is a regular verb, so
Yeah.
the rule verb plus ed applies. However,
Visit.
We have a question.
we have a
Yeah.
question, so we have to be very careful here.
Verse.
So,
Yeah.
Neda, what do you think? What's your answer to this one, Neda?
Did you visit?
Did you visit? How about you, Lubaba? Same answer?
No.
What was your answer?
Had you visited?
Have you visited?
No, don't think.
That's a problem. Why? Because we have last summer, we have a specific time. You got it?
Yeah, but what is the alternative then?
Well, the past simple, what Neda just said.
Did you visit?
That's it.
Past simple, past simple.
Oh.
Okay. Now, make sure you have a capital letter because this is the first word of the sentence. Did you visit the Louvre Museum when you were in Paris last summer? Why? Because we have last summer, which is a specific past time marker. So we can't use the perfect, present perfect. And in sentence number one, we already talked about it. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can we stop here?
Yeah.
As you wish.
Cool. So we're going to stop here for